you know what, I know people don't mean to say it like with a racist undertone. It's that question, oh, but where are you really from? Yeah. It's like, what do you mean? I was born in Birmingham, like Dudley Road Hospital. What are you on about? It's just such an amazing time for UK music.
Full of a lot of energy, do you know what I'm saying?
Black kids can do what they want, like be who you want. Should have pressed my t-shirt. My mom's gonna be vexed with me.
Tell me what you really want. You could never do no wrong. Are we really getting on? Or are we just getting on? I don't like to see you stressed. You don't like my cigarettes. I can't focus when you're here. You just love me when you're near.
Ever since I can remember that, I've made music in this house. My dad was a musician. Every day he had his guitar. Like when we're in the living room, he'll just draw for it and just piss man off. But it was sick. It was decent. Like I feel like I picked up a lot of my like melodies and like grooves and shit from him, innit? My dad used to love blues, and my sisters grew up like funky house, garage, and then obviously I went to school, got introduced to like grime and like rap and shit. That's why when like I first started, people couldn't really tell you what my music sounded like. It's because it was just a blend of all them things, innit? Mad story, this was my mum's council house. She had 2 utes, and my dad used to live in one of these. But he used to pre on my mum from like up there. And like one day, you see them, my mum with my brother and sisters, and he bought them ice cream and shit. So yeah, he was a G for that still. I respect my mum for that. Big Alf. My dad always, every year, took me back home, like to Barbados and shit, like, just so you get to know there and like know the area. And like my mum and dad are heroes in my eyes, because every day I saw my dad wake up at like 6 in the morning. I'm putting in mad shifts so he could take man on them holidays, me and my fucking 9 siblings. So like, they set a foundation for us and still managed to build a yard, and I've got the opportunity now to make something for someone else, innit? And like just live my life through them, because they done their all and their best to like even help me be here making music and trying to better my life and trying to do the stuff man wanna actually do. You gotta know where you come from, innit? That's what I can like take from this shit.
Different kind of rhythms.
Who's firing? I fling fire into folders. Flame for your MIDI and your music controllers. Flame for the Macatana junk into smolders. Chipped out the baggage, better get it off your shoulders. Wanted credit as a youth, know I get credit from the oldest. Check my credit scores and want applause and want a bonus. Fire in my belly, the combat, I try the coldest. She can sit around the culture, but you'll never ever own us. I feel British, but at the same time, there have been situations where people don't make you feel British, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't belong here. But that's all I know, because I was born here. So I feel like it's crucial for me as a young black female to be talking about what's happening right now in my society, to my people, so people can then go on and listen to it and be like, okay, this is what was happening in 2000 and so and so. Yeah, I come through off way go, stay active when my day's slow. You book me for a stage show, what's them raw pics with that flamethrower? Man, every day is the same flow. I tag along to relate more, but my attention span is ramming. I don't do this for the rage show.
So you've always been in this house?
Literally from the day I was born. It's got everything I need in here. It's the one place that I've just been able to create and sit and write. The thing is, like, no one in my family is actually like a musician or anything, but music has always been something that I associate with Unity, because from a young age, my house has been like the hub of the family. So my whole family would come down, music would be playing, food would be cooking, and you know, music to me just always kind of symbolized that unity, so I've just always held it with me. I wish these nights would turn into days quicker. I stumble through my brain box, let a memory lane tripper. I was influenced heavily by grime because again, it was just hearing people with similar accents doing their thing. The world you canvas, but your head can be a paint thinner. Plenty in the sea, but you've been led across some baked river. Every opportunity. Yeah, like just having the spirit of just doing things yourself. I think it will always kind of run through UK culture, music. Well, I hope it does because I feel like that's what really brings out the rawness in grime and UK hip-hop, because it's not like we're seeking approval of anybody else or, you know, waiting for anybody else to make us sound the way we want to sound. It's just like, if we don't have the tools and the access to make something, we'll just make it happen regardless. We see it very limited for success to really happen, do you know what I mean? And it gets frustrating. There's a lack of things like community centres as well. And what's going to happen when you just put kids on road to just do nothing and we have nothing there? It's either you turn to music or you turn to badness. You know what? The responsibility, to be fair, I feel like it relies heavily on us, because in my generation and what's happening now, we can't really depend on the government to really step up and help, because it seems like they're kind of trying to step back in what they're trying to do and what they're trying to provide. So, yeah, we need to step up and start monitoring things and making sure that, you know, they invest their talents and their energy into other things other than being on the streets. So, yeah, it depends heavily on us, really.
Gang signs and prayers, riding around with a sprayer, till the off boy come air. Boom boy, boom boy.
My granddad was a heavy lover of music. My mum's a DJ. My older brother used to be on the Supreme FM. I remember I used to stay up and like tape the shows. I was just excited. My Uncle Herman, he was a part of Coxsone Sound. My dad's cousin is Dennis Brown. My other cousin was a part of Saxon Sound, so I've just been around the culture for so long. Music was destined for me. I was gonna make music one way or the other. Yes, my brothers, what's going on? Right now we're at Digital Holdings. I've been making music here for about 13 years. What's going on, Ruby?
Hey,
right? Yeah, man. Give you a little tour. So this is where like 80% of the music videos are done. Grime Daily, SBTV, you name it. This is Studio A, then we got Studio B. A lot of youth come here and like they're given a lot of free time to build, because like a lot of these kids can't afford studio time, so like definitely give back. I'll bring you to the big man's office now. Corey Johnson. What's going on, my bro? This is the man. Yeah, man, you can see a few achievements on the wall and that.
We're a creative hub that supports the industry, supports the talents. Definitely putting back into young talent is something that we not need to do, we have to do.
She wanna roll me, she wanna roll me, yeah. She wanna roll my weed, she wanna roll my weed, yeah. Give it a hold of me, give it a hold of me. I used to be bad. When I was a child, I was just a nuisance. Do you know what I mean? So music was like my way of expressing myself and actually coming away from that lifestyle. Some of these little kids that come from mad backgrounds don't have nothing to do. The government isn't providing anything for them to do. They don't even care. They're blaming drill music, yeah? But you can't blame music for the way people are acting. We need to see more hubs. We need way more hubs. No more holding back. Like, just put into the community, give the children a path and giving them hope. When I pass away, hopefully all the good stuff that I've done is gonna give me a good legacy, do you know what I'm saying? Like a nice legacy, like people will know, yeah, young Sabre Joseph, like that guy is a thorough guy. He always looked after me, he always gave me his 100, do you get me? Yeah, and that's something that I'll continue to do. I will never stop helping.
Before a certain period, England was black and white.
We came here and we paved the way. Music is the one that draws people to you.
They had such a big part in developing the UK.
Black culture drives trends and drives this kind of raw energy.
The music is one of the most important things that could ever happen.
What would the UK be like without its immigration over the years? Come on, don't be stupid.